What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's King Dio, and today I got some white chicken chili. We might be a little bit on the crooked side, so don't worry about that, but that's what we got. White chicken chili. Got some shredded cheese on there. Got some sour cream. Got my mason jar. Got my sugar-free lemonade. No ice. Not necessary. But let's go and get into this. I'm not even gonna waste no time. Look at that. Look at the steam. That's what you want. Hold up. I'm gonna end up killing myself. Whew. This ain't one of them things you can just jump in like that. You know, when you burn your tongue got that sensation. That's what I got now. So I'm gonna kind of play with it. When I used to eat grits as a kid, I used to eat grits a lot. Like I used to eat like 4 packs of grits in a little big boo bowl. And it was always really, really hot. So what I would do is I would eat around the edges, right? Eat around the edges and eat around the edges till we get to the bottom of the bowl. And by the time I did, the middle would have cooled down enough for me to be able to eat it. And that's always how I ate grits when I was just eating a bowl of grits. This right here, with the corn and the white beans and the rotisserie chicken, salsa verde. I love salsa verde. Add a little sprinkle of ranch seasoning on top and crushed red pepper. I mean, it's fresh out the pot. I had subscribers telling me, you know, let it let it cool off before you start eating it. But like I said, I find that I'm one of those excited eaters, you know, because I find myself not being able to just, you know, sit normally and just eat without jumping in. Like I gotta go in, and I want to go in so bad because it's so good, but it's so hot. But this is definitely something that you can really eat and enjoy on a nice cold day. Imagine eating this when it was snowing, when it was actually cold. That would have hit different. And like I said, with Louisiana, especially if we're talking about, you know, the New Orleans area and things like that, the weather is very bipolar. Like it don't know what it want to be. Now it's crazy because when it's hot, it's hot, you know. And very rarely was ever moments where it was cold and it was cold for like a good while throughout the winter. It was always hot and it's always raining every time you turn around. You know, you can't never get like a nice, decent, nice breeze, sunshiny day with the flowers are blowing, the trees and stuff blowing and everything, and the birds chirping and stuff. We can't never get that, you know? It's always nasty ass rain or it's hot as hell. I wish I had taco shells. Imagine having taco shells and eating this with oh my God, it would have been fire. Now there's a black bean version of this It's not called chicken chili though. It's I think it's called like salsa verde chicken or something. I don't know. But there's a black bean version. I like that version. They're about what and what. I used to think this version was kind of nasty for whatever reason. It is clearly not. Like I don't know how hard it is for me to not go in because I want to. So I heard about the little Uber driver situation with the 500-pound female rapper. I don't know her name, never heard her before until this story came out where Uber driver refused to give her a ride because Lyft. I'm sorry, it was Lyft. It was Lyft driver, I believe. Refused to give her a lift because he said she was too heavy and stuff. Um, it's kind of messed up, but you know, I've seen a lot of comments and people were saying, that she was really kind of like blowing it out of proportion to make a big deal to kind of get more hype and not hype, but more attention stuff around her name. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm still gonna forget about her when it's all said and done. Like, you know. But from like the little interviews and stuff like that, she does seem like a sweet person, well spoken and everything. And then they show like a clip of her like rapping a song on stage or something, and it's like completely different. So it's like, I don't know. Oh my god! Once you get a bite of that sour cream, it's like next level. Like sour cream really is the definition of probably the most elite like topping or addition or whatever to any kind of like Mexican dish because it just it is what it is. Damn good. Nah, man, nah. I just remember something. I was supposed to roast Seth. I was supposed to roast Seth. I keep saying Steph, the whole video because yesterday when we was having a conversation, she was talking about making nachos. No cheese was part of that recipe. How the hell are you gonna have nachos without cheese? And I wish somebody would take her side and be like, oh yes, that's right. You know, cheese. You don't need cheese for nachos. Yes, you do because that's the main component of nachos. Cheese. You know, that's like not having the chips and just having cheese and meat and all that stuff. That's like, come on now, that's not nachos. Let's get serious here, folks. Like meat dip, call it that. I know lettuce is an ingredient that can be a part of nachos, but most people, at least people that I know, or at least what I've seen, almost never include lettuce in their nachos because then it becomes something else different. It becomes like a taco salad or something. So that was just ridiculous that she said she was making nachos but didn't wasn't gonna have no cheese. Like, what's wrong with you? Space Ghost, you better be on my side because you should know as well as I do, whether you eat nachos or not, that you can't have nachos without cheese. So today I was also watching like just random clips on YouTube from like the golden age of the MCU. You know, Winter Soldier and Infinity War and stuff like that. And the fight scenes, the dialogue, the acting, the everything was just so much better than the slop we got out now. And funny thing is, I've barely watched any of a lot of new stuff that's out now, but I just know like it's just not there. It's not there at all. You know, like I really feel like the last great thing that came out in Marvel Cinematic Universe was Deadpool Wolverine. Because I don't like what they did with Hulk. Captain America, like, you know, the new Captain America, you know what I'm saying, with Falcon. Like I like Anthony Mackie, I think he's a pretty cool actor and everything, but to me that was just a very forced and ridiculous decision to give him the mantle of Captain America instead of Bucky. Like, you know, you should have just chose Bucky. Hell, I would have been better if you would have just made like a completely new character, kind of like, I guess you could say, kind of like what they was trying to do with the second Captain America dude with the Falcon Winter Soldier show. But um, Falcon was best as Falcon, you know, as like a sidekick, kind of like to Captain America. Having him be Captain America is just ridiculous. And since we're talking about superheroes, might as well bring up um the Superman movie that's gonna be coming out whenever. I don't remember when it says coming out, but that I ain't gonna lie, man. That crap does not look good. It don't. His suit is terrible. Like I don't know about this guy, David Cornsweet or whatever his name is. I'm sure he's probably like a pretty cool guy and probably a great actor or so. But just because you can act doesn't mean you can be Superman. You know, like you're not gonna put like Robert De Niro or Denzel or somebody like that as Superman and everything because you still have to be the character. You know, Robert Downey Jr. was Iron Man. You know, Wesley Snipes was Blade. Chris Evans was Captain America. That's more based on just the fact that I. So I actually do believe that some roles are actually meant for people. Like maybe it is possible that some actors are born to play certain roles, and that's not saying that they can't play other roles, but that's this specific role could only work if this actor plays it. You know, um, I love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I wouldn't say he was born to play Wolverine. You know, um, I think Henry Cavill could do a good job, especially because Cavill can get bigger than Hugh Jackman. Like y'all seen Deadpool Wolverine, or if you just seen like Superman and stuff like that, Henry Cavill can get pretty big. You know, um, kind of like Chris Hemsworth and stuff. When he gets really big for Thor and stuff. So that's another problem with the new Superman movie. Like David Cornsweet, he just seems too small, and it's like, and then like I said, the suit sucks, bro. Like y'all gotta let go of that little undies under the pants thing, cause that was ridiculous even back then, and it's still ridiculous. It's even more ridiculous now, I should say. So you know, everything doesn't need to be 100% comic book accurate because in a lot of ways, it's almost impossible to be able to nail it down. That's why the mediums are different in the first place, you know? A cartoon or an anime or something could get it right more so than live action. But I'm hopeful for the movie. I hope it's good. I really do. Um, I still just feel some type of way because they never gave Henry Cavill a fair shake. You want to kind of blame him for how Superman turned out when he was only doing what he was given, you know? That's the direction Zack Snyder, you know, and everybody, you know, gave his Superman, so that's what he did. Cause I feel like Henry Cavill is the type of guy who can play a kind of like goofy or very kind of nice, bright kind of like character, but then also still play like a really serious, gritty kind of character. He killed it as Geralt. I don't even want to watch The Witcher no more because he ain't in it no more. You couldn't even get Chris Hemsworth. You got his brother. Like, come on, bro. I'm not hating on my boy Liam, but bro, everybody knows when you hear the last name Hemsworth, you're only thinking about Chris. You know, in my opinion, that's the only one that's really worth anything. You know, sorry to say, but it is what it is, man. We just have to see how it goes, see how the movie pans out. At least for what we've seen, Lex Luthor isn't Jesse Eisenberg, because I never understand why he chose Jesse Eisenberg, of all people, to be Lex Luthor. Like, I got respect and admiration for Zack Snyder, but we can admit that he made a lot of ridiculous decisions. When it's all said and done, we have to point fingers at him for a good deal of what went wrong with the DCEU. He was basically the man at the helm, and he ruined it. But even if you look at the Snyder cut and stuff like that, still, it doesn't change the fact that his vision and his choices and everything, for the most part, just wasn't gonna ever really work. You know, the way a lot of us DC fans wanted. I wanted DC to be able to reach the same level of success, live action, cinematic wise, that Marvel was able to do. Because I actually like the DC characters more, but we might not ever get that, you know? I think I've talked enough for my food to kind of cool down. This is satisfying. Yo, Marcus's intro theme to his videos is fire. Is anybody disappointed that I didn't do a pizza leftover video? This is just so good. It's so warming. I don't know why she decided to make this though, because it's not cold outside. Like, it's winter time, it's supposed to be cold, but it's not. And every time people be asking me, is it still cold over there? Because I don't get it, because, you know, it was snowing and it was really cold and now it's not. It's not. Louisiana. That's all I can say. By the way, I finally tried the Tokiwoki, little rice cake. And it was good. I'm not gonna lie. It was really good. I mean, didn't really have much of a taste like, seemed like. But it wasn't nasty. The texture was gummy, but it didn't bother me, surprisingly. I would definitely get it again. I think I like it more than the noodles. And the red pepper flakes I added. Cheers to all the people who drink out of mason jars. Well, that's gonna be the end of this video. I love that. That was delicious. Like I said, it'd be way more appropriate if it was actually like cold outside, but it is what it is. But that's gonna be it for this video. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. And until next time, peace out.